What's up, weirdos? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Felicia, and please hit that subscribe button if you like horror movies and stuff like that. So today we're talking about Office Killer. It came out in 1997, and even though it feels much older than that, like when I watched the movie, I was like, I just assumed it was filmed like sometime in the 80s. No, 1997. It was written by Elise McAdam and directed by Cindy Sherman, and sad to say, like, that's one of the first and last movies either of them ever did. I don't know, I guess like maybe this movie really bombed, or maybe this was just like a one-time thing. I'm not super sure. And the movie's not amazing, but it is fun. It stars Carol Kane, you'll know from a million movies, but I'll just casually mention when she played Granny in Addams Family Values. Oh, I didn't even realize I was wearing Wednesday braids today, but I'm also wearing a pink shirt, so somehow that cancels each other out. Anyways, it also features Molly Ringwald from all those 80s teen movies, and I just have to read you the description off of IMDb of this movie because I thought it was so funny. It says, okay, a mousy office worker accidentally kills one of her coworkers, then proceeds to bump off a few more. That's it. And I was like, bump off a few more. Like, that is the kindest, cutest way to like talk about murder. So yes, Carol Kane plays this character that has just been fully ignored and underappreciated her whole life. She's put all of her work years into this one company, and then they're basically laying everybody off, and someone accidentally dies, and then she realizes she kind of likes dead people. Now, there are certain things about this movie that are outrageous, and one is Carol Kane's eyebrows. I'll just show you. This is shocking to me and confusing to me because I don't understand who possibly made this choice. And then for the entire filming process, they were like, yes, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing with this character. These eyebrows specifically also lead me to believe it was meant to be more of a comedy with horror aspects, but it does not feel that way to me. It feels more like a thriller with some just very strange choices. Something interesting to me about this movie was just the way it was filmed. It was filmed, like, a lot of the shots were at very strange angles, or you'll have to like watch certain things for a while. Like Doreen, she has to like take care of her sick mother, and her mom has one of those chairs that are like attached to a staircase and they like ride up and down. And there's one shot where she's just like talking and riding up the staircase. Doreen's like in the back, like barely even on screen, and it's like kind of a long shot, and it is very funny. And that was another moment where I was like, oh, maybe this is just like a very weird comedy, because like that shot, I was like, this is so weird. I was just on the IMDb page, and you know, it says comedy, horror, thriller. So I guess comedy was supposed to be the first thing. I don't know why I didn't really feel that way the whole time. I guess because I wasn't expecting it. Like, I really didn't know what this movie was about. A friend of mine recommended it to me on Twitter, and I was like, oh, okay, sure. And I looked it up, and someone said it was like a very nice rainy day film, or a very nice sick day film. And I was like, oh, okay. And it did feel like that. But because I had no idea it was a comedy, I really didn't know if I was supposed to be laughing or not. But now that I know, I'm more intrigued than I was. Alright, let's get to some ratings, and then I'm going to go into some spoilers. So the scare, it gets a 2. It's not really that scary, though there are moments where like Carol Kane's acting real crazy and you're sort of like, oh, like this is kind of scary, but nothing too bad. The gore gets a 2. There are like a lot of dead bodies, but none of them are like too horrific to look at. The cheese gets a 3. It's definitely funny. There are things that are very cheesy and strange and funny about it, but I wouldn't say it's like laugh out loud cheesy. And overall, I'm giving this movie a 2.5, and wherever I read that thing about it being a good sick day movie, I would just say the same to you. It's like a nice movie to watch. Like, I don't think it needs to be at the top of your list, but it was just like a nice, like, casual movie. I did like enjoy it, but I wouldn't say you need to like rush out and see it. Alright, and now for some spoilers. So the first thing that I just want to say, like a couple scenes that I loved. One being when you realize she's just bringing all these dead bodies into her basement and setting them up like people, and she's just hanging out in her basement with all these dead bodies and like talking to them and hanging out with them, and it's super weird and very funny, and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I liked that. Also, when she has like her last victim down in the basement that she's trying to kill, and she's like chasing her around, and she gets her like between the washer and dryer, and they do this weird like patty cake moment, and then like Carol Kane starts like hitting the knife between the dryer and the washer, and it's like very strange. It like gets a little out of control, honestly, where I'm just like, well, that particular moment also seemed to just go on for a while, and I was like, wow, they're really going on it at this weird basement. And then the final shot of her driving away, she's in like a new disguise. She's got like blonde hair or something and lipstick, and she was like never wearing makeup before. She's smoking a cigarette, and she's got like a newspaper that she circled like a new office position. And her just driving away, I was like, yeah, like she's just gonna go commit some more murders. She's gonna bump a few more people off just because she's having a good time now. And it's kind of nice because like she has basically a really not that fun life, and then she found this thing, you know, murdering, and now she's like riding off into the sunset. It's like, it's pretty funny. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Have a nice screen. Bye.